Today I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm renovating.
Oh god.
And building a little home. Sure, I've created tiny homes in the past, but they've always been on wheels. This time, this takes a hire.
I have a feeling like this is gonna take forever.
It's getting really cold out here in the mountains, and the tent just isn't a feasible solution for me anymore. And see, I have an old shepherd's hut on my land. In Polish, it's called a batówka. I've been using it as a storage shed, which explains why it looks like this.
All that mouse shit is gonna fall right here.
But now we have just 1 week to restore it and make it into a livable home for me for the cold months. Let's see how far we can get in just 1 week.
I've got supplies. I've got masks, I've got suits, and I've got gloves. So it begins. Okay. Take my UTV from this point and drive it up the mountain road to my property, but it's been so soggy and so wet and so incredibly muddy here that I've actually had trouble getting up to my property on the mountain road, even in this beast. So I'm gonna walk today. I'm just not gonna take the risk. Back to the old days. Yeah, let's go. Rain. Oh my god, I hate this. This is the worst weather in the whole world. Cold and rainy. Ah. So this section of the track is the bit where the side-by-side really struggles because it's muddy and it's very steep. It's extremely slippery and wet. Someone is coming to fix up this section for me soon. But for now, I'm just gonna walk. I'm just not gonna risk it, you know?
When I first got this land, people told me I was nuts for buying it, given that there was no actual road leading to it. Somehow I've been walking up this mountain for 2 years now and I still don't regret it. Besides, the side-by-side is generally capable of bringing me up here via a steep and rocky mountain track, but I guess not today.
Well, apparently this is about to become a little palace.
I know what you're thinking. Ava, this looks horrific. It's a junkyard. Well, yes, I agree.
So this hut is total chaos. It's an absolute mess. And I guess my first task will be to clean it before I can get kind of like renovating and reclaiming this space. But in order to clean it, I think I need to get everything out. Just clear out the guts of this place and start afresh. Ready.
I probably should have done this a long time ago, but I was so happy living in my tent that I didn't really seriously consider the shepherd's hut as a viable shelter. I just never needed it before. But now that it's getting cold and dreary outside, I'm suddenly scrambling to feel warm and cozy. So far, the hut is not delivering.
Oh god, this is gross. I feel like an entire nation of mice and rats and spiders has once upon a time lived here. Oh god, look at those spiders there. Ew! This needs to go. Get away, get away, get away, get away. Ugh, oh god. Shit. Look at all this space. All of a sudden, we've got space. Now, I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with that cupboard because I don't think I can move it. I think it might be too heavy. So I might just leave it for the time being and start cleaning. Ooh, it's a mouse trap. There we go. Almost got trapped in that. I've never actually looked inside this cupboard, so I have no idea what I'm going to find there, and I'm a little terrified, honestly. So come take a look with me.
When I bought this plot of land, the shepherd's hut, or batówka as it's known in Polish, came with it.
A decanter. That's interesting.
The previous owners told me a little bit about it, but the story of the shepherd's hut seems to involve more partying than sheep herding. I just love the fact that some of the only items that survived in here all those years are shot glasses and various other accessories to assist with the act of imbibing moonshine. Makes me feel like a bit of a party pooper for chucking it all out.
Oh, look at all these mouse droppings. Yikes. And all this paper here, also shredded by mice most likely. I just hope this place is safe to be in. Wow, check this out. This says August 1998. I was 7 years old when this was made. And no, that's not a stick for you, buddy. This is mouse poop written all over it. Okay, I've got my broom. And I think the first bit that I'm gonna sweep is actually up there, because the moment I start sweeping, all that mouse shit is gonna fall right here onto the ground floor. So let's go. I don't know how sturdy this construction is, so I kind of don't want to step on it too much. Hopefully I don't fall through the ceiling. Ew, this is disgusting. What the heck is this? Ugh. A very old, disgusting blanket that probably served as a mouse reproduction center for the last 20 years. Mate, you gotta go. Ugh! You too. You too. Huh. Oh, God. Okay, this bit is done. It looks pretty clean to me. See for yourselves. And the most important thing is that I did not fall through the ceiling. I'm still alive. Good. That's what we like to see. But this carpet is even worse. Oh, God. I kind of worried about what I'm going to find underneath it. You, please, no dead rodents. Please.
Honestly, at this point, I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing or what the final thing will look like. I know I want a bed, a stove, a desk. Just a warm and cozy space where I can work, rest, and feel at home. We're still very far from all of that.
Wow, this actually looks pretty good. Check this out. Wow.
Just as a reminder, this is what the Batsufka looked like just a few hours ago.
A pretty nice wooden floor. Obviously, I'll need to put in a new floor. But this is pretty good as a foundation. So this next step is going to be a little bit tricky. What I'll need to do is take out all the moss and straw that's in between these wooden beams, because it is just disgusting, dirty, super old. There's probably insects and mice living in it. And I'm going to have to replace it with something a little bit more fresh. But first, I need to clean it. It's a bit of a shame to have to remove the traditional old chinking, but there was just no way to fix it. And boy, was I glad to be wearing a mask and gloves. This is so satisfying. I think I'm done for today. That's a great look. So I have removed most of the moss, most of it. There's still a little bit left here and there, but I am sweating in this hazmat suit. So I'm gonna take it off, get some rest, continue tomorrow. And tomorrow, I might have some company. So I'm really excited about that.
Today is a new day, and today a new team joins the hut renovation. You already know Kasia and Leszek, my close friends and neighbors. My horse Shaman lives with them. They have been a constant source of help and inspiration for me, and they run a really beautiful guest house nearby. And on the left, we have Chris, This is our Bacówka dream team.
I feel like things are gonna go much faster from now on. I'm so excited to have a little bit of help. So, jakie wrażenia, jak na tę chwilę?
No Ewa, jest to bardzo duży potencjał. Myślę, że będzie piękny domek dla Ciebie. Będziesz mogła się tutaj schować przed takimi bardzo trudnymi warunkami atmosferycznymi.
I o to chodzi.
Dokładnie. Będzie ciepło.
Oh, I hope so. But it feels like before we start building things, we need to demolish something. So Leszek is already on it.
A odbijamy deski, żeby je wykorzystać, bo są piękne.
Mam nadzieję, że nic stamtąd nie wyskoczy.
Boże, przestań.
No.
God, I really hope not. I mean, there was so much mouse poop in there yesterday. I feel like there's a lot of hidden gems inside the walls of this little hut. But check this out. Oh my God. What? That's amazing. So underneath these wooden planks, there's some gorgeous beams. Really old, thick, lovely beams. I am so excited to see this hut like in its full former glory. This is the most mouse poop I have ever seen in my entire life. It's kind of gross. Dlaczego nie zjechałeś na nich?
A, to za mała górka jest.
Co myślisz, że jeszcze można by było na nich gdzieś zjechać?
Czemu nie? Dobrze nasmarować.
Są zaczepy. Jak wygląda z tyłu?
No nieźle.
Z tyłu jest całkiem spoko. No tylko tutaj dziura, nie?
I jak idzie?
No bardzo dobrze. Deski są w dobrym stanie. Jak widać na starej, na wieku, a więc tak jakby belki też zobacz, jak ładnie wyglądają.
A co myślisz, że konstrukcja jest silna na tyle, żeby tam pomieszkać?
Będziemy testować.
We don't have that much time this year because the bad weather is coming back very, very soon. So unfortunately, we won't be able to fix up the roof very much, but we're going to see if we can patch it up just so that the wind is not blowing in my face while I'm sleeping in the hut.
For now, the only thing blowing in our faces is dust and rodent poop. But those beams are looking good, and we'll just need to clean them out nicely so that we can insulate them with a new and fresh material.
Wow! Amazing! Ile ma lat?
Skąd ja mam wiedzieć?
Nie ma daty?
No ale na pewno jest to fajne znalezisko.
Wypolerować.
Very cool. So many treasures. Some not so great, others pretty amazing.
And the battle rages on. Definitely helps to have some friends along for the ride.
Okay, we're entering the next stage. We have an air compressor here, right here. And we're gonna give this thing a nice blowout. This is gonna take a while and it's gonna be really messy, but it's gotta be done. Woo! Is looking incredible for just one day of work so far. I mean, it's been a busy day, but look at it. It's nice and clean, and you can already see the potential. Tak, teraz. No, właśnie, tak się robi piąteczki. Yes, wilk, touch, piąteczkę, yeah! All right, tonight I am not sleeping in the tent. I need a shower. I need to wash my clothes. So I'm going to go into a little cottage and we'll come back here in a couple of days and continue our work. Good job, guys. Let's go.
With the weather being extremely miserable, we all refused to work on the hut. And instead, I decided to drive to the big city to get some supplies so that we can continue the renovation once the rain goes away. On the top of my list are a stove, which I already got, but I didn't film it, sorry, and a new floor. A practical, ugly, cheap vinyl floor. This one cost me $120. Not bad.
What happened to all your space, huh? You're not too happy about this, are you? You don't like it? Vik, no. I kind of need this. I paid for it. You know, it costs money. You can't just rip it apart. Good boy. Yes, good boy. I know this isn't the most beautiful floor in the entire world. In fact, I kind of hate how it looks and how it feels. I do want to have a proper wooden floor in the hut, but it's going to take a little bit of time to get that wood ordered in. You know, it all takes time. So for now, just as a temporary solution, I'm going to put this in so that the floor is actually working and clean and warm, and I'm going to cover it up with some nice rugs. So that's what we're going to do. One more thing I need to do today.
Vilk needs to get an injection, but since he doesn't like it when someone sticks a needle up his butt, he has to put on a muzzle. Sit. No. Muzzle.
Yeah. So recently it turned out that Vilk is allergic to dust mites, and dust mites are pretty much everywhere. So he is now getting injections to desensitize and de-allergize him to dust mites. So that's why we're at the vets. Oh my god, he's nuts. You're nuts. Yeah, you're nuts. Yeah, bring it. Come on, bring it. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Oh, so good boy.
I'm checking us back into the rental tonight because neither Vilk nor I are fans of this cold, wet, horrible November aura. I really can't wait for the hut to be ready.
Day 3. Leszek is saying that he doesn't love this job and he doesn't think it's super professional, and he wished that we could have done it a little bit better, a bit more professionally, but we simply don't have time. My dad. I have a feeling like this is gonna take forever. End of day 3 update. We have managed to fill in most of the gaps in between the beams. This is actually not the end because this foam is just the beginning. There's going to be another layer that will come that will kind of even everything out and make everything just kind of insulate everything from the outside. So there's still a bit of work, but this took us an obnoxiously long time. Pretty much the entire day. It's already.
One last thing for today. It's a big one. Kasia and Leszek know a thing or two about working with wood since they built their own home and cabins. And this old school method is so cool to watch.
Woo! We have a window! This actually makes everything feel so much more real. Like there's no going back now. We're gonna put in a nice window here with a beautiful view, tons of natural light. It's gorgeous. The entire structure is shaking right now. It feels like everything's about to fall apart, which I really hope it doesn't.
And on to day 4 and 5
and 6. Literally 4 people working for 3 days just to insulate these bloody beams. I had honestly expected this task to take maybe 1.5 days, but no.
Delicious.
However, it is the most important thing we'll do out here. The whole point of me moving out of the tent and into this hut is so that I can stay warm. And this is still the fastest way to achieve that. This took us 3 entire days. 3 entire days. Can you believe it? But finally, it's done. And it looks incredible. It looks incredible. Look at this. How beautifully insulated. Every single beam. Gorgeous. So in order to do this, we used kind of like a clay type glue to fill in all of these gaps. And this is going to give us a lot of great insulation from the cold. So we've just done a little calculation and we realized that this, to insulate the entire shepherd's hut, it took us about 100 man hours to get it all done. Well done! Yay! Well, some of us are still hard at work because this is pretty serious labor. Jak tam?
Bardzo dobrze.
Już prawie koniec?
No, tylko że słoneczko zachodzi.
No, niestety. We still have a couple of external walls to do, so it's not over yet, but the bulk of the work is done, and in fact, the most important bits are done. So the next step will be to put in a ceiling. We decided to actually seal off all that open space above because of an incredibly leaky roof. Woo! Leszek! A lot of gymnastics involved. We might come back to it in the future, but for now, we just need a quick and dirty solution to close up the ground floor. There's one more thing that we want to do in order to insulate the roof and the ceiling a little bit more. We're putting in these big boards of basically a kind of insulating styrofoam. So that goes on top just to keep the warmth inside the hut. This is what one board looks like. Quite sturdy, very, very thick. You've got maybe 4 inches here. Should keep things nice and cozy in here. In order to make the ceiling, we're actually using some of the wooden planks that were just out here, the old cladding. So it's gonna look really nice. We're definitely keeping the spirit of the Bacówka very much alive in here. Oh my God, it now looks like a tiny home. Welcome to day 7. Technically, this is supposed to be our last day working on the hut. We all have things we need to do, we need to move on, and time is running out. So this spot here is where my bed is gonna go. So Leszek and Kasia have come up with a really cool design. We're gonna take a big plank of wood, and I'm gonna stick it across the entire hut here. It's gonna go in this hole and one more hole over there. And it's gonna be kind of like a levitating bed. It's gonna look super cool, I think. But it does require some work. The plan for today is to finish all the heavy-duty construction work. We need to make a bed, put in a chimney, put in the glass panels of the windows, install the floor, and finish closing up the ceiling. And time is not on our side. The sun sets at around 4:30 and we have no electricity here aside from a portable generator, so we can't light up the place. 4:30 is a hard deadline. We are putting down the temporary floor, which is gonna make this place feel like home. It's a very ugly floor. That color, that texture, ugh. But I got it at a discount price, and honestly, it's just a temporary solution. In the spring, I'll try and get a nice wooden floor. But for now, this is the quickest, cheapest, most practical option. We are almost ready to install the stove and the chimney. We're still adjusting the chimney, but I'm gonna try and light the very first fire in this little stove. Let's see how it goes. I feel like this is a christening for the stove. All right, let's do it.
The bed was ready to go in as well, perfectly polished by Kasia with the engineering designed by Leszek. Fitting it in was a bit of a struggle, I'll admit, but eventually we made it go in.
Okay, we've made quite a bit of progress over the last hour or so. And I want to show you because it is looking so cozy in there. I can't believe it. All right, ready? We've got the fire going. We've got some fairy lights. And check out this bed. Oh my God. Wow. It's so much better than I expected. So much better than I expected. That's a huge bed. No, normalnie. I tak. Woohoo! You know, it just hit me now that this might be my last night sleeping in my tent because the hut is almost ready. I kind of don't want to move out of the tent now. I love it so much here, but it does get cold. It does get cold.
The hut does look pretty good, but we still need another day to make it livable. For now, I still can't wrap my head around the fact that so soon this tent will be gone. I'm struggling to let go of it, honestly. As cold and rudimentary as it is, it's hard to find another place that makes you feel this free.
Today is the day. Today I'm supposed to move into the hut and spend my first night here. But we're not quite done yet. There's still quite a lot of work that we need to do. First of all, we need to close up the ceiling. All these planks, as pretty as they are ancient and they're just rotten through. So it's really hard to put in a screw. And it's really hard for a screw to actually hold because it all just falls apart. But this is the material that we've got here, so that's what we're going to work with for the time being. One last plank and the ceiling will be complete. Wow, perfect fit. Couldn't have dreamt it up any better. And you know what? The funniest thing is that these are all the planks that we have. There's no more old planks. So no more and no less. So actually, by some crazy magic, there was just enough to build a ceiling, and that's it. It is done. It's actually done. You want to see it? I also want to show you because I can't believe it. It's done. All right, take a look.
So, welcome to my lovingly restored batzówka. It looks so good and so fresh. I'm so happy. And just as a reminder, this is what it looked like when I first went in 8 days ago. Spiderwebs everywhere, rodent poop, dust, dirt, and gloom. This place hadn't been touched in decades. And today, it's ready to welcome in a weary traveler once again. A massive thank you to Kasia and Leszek and Chris for helping me out with this wild and very last-minute idea. And in the next episode, I'm decorating and making this place feel like home.